Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? I am so excited to do another live stream with everyone, and I have some awesome stuff to show you today. Um, I'm really excited. The main thing I will be covering today is the new Ravasheen.com website. I have been working on it for a very long time for you guys, and today is the day we are finally going live. So I'm going to keep things a little bit short today. So I was originally planning on going over the website and also some things like the ice cream market stands. But as far as ice cream market stands go, the new patch has actually broken a few things. So I'm going to hold off on showing those for the moment and just kind of focus on the website here. And then we'll do another live stream next week once we get the new patch, because as you know, there are so many new exciting features with like the sectional couches and the new cubbies, and there's just so much great content there. And obviously I love modular furniture, so I'll be updating all of my old sectionals and cubbies. So once we get the new patch in, I will get working right away on all that stuff, and then so we'll go over a lot of that. But without further ado, I am going to start and do a little preview of the new website. So one thing that is really important to me with all of you is the website is kind of my way of providing a place for everyone to have one place where you can get all of my downloads. I can provide resources for creators and recolor artists, share tutorials, and all of the helpful information for like debugging, and also have one place for updates. I know right now my old website didn't really have a good place for providing updates, and I kind of was relying on social media for like Instagram and Tumblr and Twitter for letting you all know if there is a bug or if there's other problems with my CC. So I wanted to make sure that now that you have one place on my website where you can get all of the latest announcements. And a main problem with my old site, I'll go over here and kind of show this is my old website, and I spent a long time. I've built this from scratch. My boyfriend is actually a website developer, so he helped me build this, but it was kind of my first go at building one, and over the past year I've heard a lot of concerns, and problems with everyone being able to use the website correctly. So some of the main concerns were confusion over where to find my custom content. And I really empathize with this, because even for me, it can get overwhelming having my content distributed across the Sims resource and then my website. And I also have Patreon, but I know it gets kind of confusing when people try to go to Patreon for my stuff. And unlike a lot of other creators, I actually don't use Patreon for my live or for my public releases. I use my website. And so on my old website, I even had under downloads, I had my build by custom content separated from the mods and then collabs. And so all of these were broken up. And one thing that a few people also brought up is the accessibility of the site and how you can view it is actually kind of hard. These aren't really separated. Your only filtering options were up here. And in addition, especially when you go to these pages, there's things like when you highlight it, it turns white. And there's actually not a ton of information on here that's very helpful. I did at the end start having an updates page, but I didn't really utilize it as much as it could have been. So I really took to heart all of everything you all said, and this, I hope that this labor of love really paid off. So this is the new website. I am so excited to show you. Let me just reload this. So right now, this URL, you actually can't access it. So I will be transferring it over to actually the ravasheen.com domain, and it should be live tonight. So right after this, we'll be working on it. But I wanted to kind of give you an overview of everything I've been working on. So like I said, this was 4 months of work, and I think it's really going to pay off. So one of the main things I wanted to do is really, the downloads was the main focus to make this really accessible for you guys. So I'll hop into that in a second, but for looking at the overall structure of the page, so on the top, I really wanted to just isolate it to kind of the main points. I have a help center now, I have an announcements page, and then the downloads. And the downloads I only have broken up into my CC, recolors, and resources. And hi everyone, I'm excited seeing everyone on here, so thanks everyone for being here too. So right at the very top, we have all of my links to all my social media, so you can get to those easily. I have a quick about page because the main focus is on my content, so we don't need a whole about me page. On the homepage, I also have all of my social media links and a quick page to get to Discord. So I don't know if everyone is on Discord yet. Discord is really, I feel it's the best place to interact with me. I do try and keep up to date on all of my social media pages. It's gotten kind of hard, especially balancing Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, The Sims Resource, my website, Patreon. And so Discord is actually a place I'm on every day. I also have wonderful admins. Thank you, all of my admins who are very helpful. In addition, there's a ton of extremely talented creators on there. Little Dika, who is my very good friend, is on there. He helps a lot of people. Simman123 from The Sims Resource, he's on there. So they even are helping creators on there. So if you're not on Discord already, you should totally join. On top of that, it's just a really positive place. I think, the world is kind of chaotic these days, so I try to make the Discord a really safe and positive hub for everyone. So if you're not on there, get on there because we're having a lot of fun over there. This is a big one I really wanted to incorporate. So an announcements page, these are just the highlights of the most recent announcements, but I wanted to start giving a place where you can come and see all of the updates that are going on, especially with the patch that's coming up. It might break quite a bit of CC. So I wanted to make sure I have a place where I'm not just posting on Tumblr, but you can actually come to my site and get updates on things that are broken, or if I make updates to something, I can post it here, or having problems with other things. So kind of a one place where you can get the latest information. And this is especially helpful if you're not on Discord or other social media. You can always come here and get the announcements. I just have some quick I get a lot of questions about my terms of use. This is mostly for creators. And one thing I've always been big on is I love sharing my content. I love recolor artists. I love people being able to use my stuff. So I've always been really open about that, as long as you're not, using spammy links and making other simmers at risk when downloading. So I have all of that information there. Actually, one thing I plan on adding for creators is all of my tuning. So I know I do a lot of mini mods, and I want others to be able to use those mini mod tuning files. I spend a lot of time on them, so I'm actually going to be creating a little hub with all of the tuning information creators can grab. At the bottom here, we have the submit options. So requests, these are all I take custom content requests. That's nothing new, but I have all of those here. And then submitting recolors is for recolor artists. I have them featured on my page. So You can submit your colors here to be featured on my page. Translations, a lot of wonderful people have been submitting translations, which is great for everyone because it makes the mods more accessible to people who, English isn't their first native language. And I now have a help ticket for them, so we will get to that in a moment. But at the bottom here, I have, I wanted to keep the top nav bar focus to just quickly getting the information you want, mostly the downloads, because that's what we're all here for. But down here at the bottom, you have quick links to all of the other parts of the website. So this is kind of your main hub on the main page, and let's get over to the most exciting part, which is the downloads. So this, I hope you can see here at the beginning, I have given you as many filtering options as I think were possible. One thing specifically I really want to highlight here is I have all of my custom content in one place. So I have all of my Sims resource, all of my collabs, my mini mods, all of them are in one page. So you don't need, I know a lot of people, write me on Tumblr and say they can't find a specific mod or having trouble finding something. So that will all be now up here on one page. So you can even filter by stuff that was posted on the Sims resource. And as you can see here, it starts to show what active filters are showing. So you can even further go down if you want to look at electronics, which I don't have anything tagged as electronics, but appliances. So this will be filtering stuff that is appliances and posted on TSR. You can always clear all the filters down here, or if you want to just filter by appliances, you can kind of break it down this way. And also, right now it's sorted by oldest to new, but you can also sort alphabetically, or new to old or old to new. I also have this search filter, which is actually a live search filter. So if we wanted to look up like dog, it'll filter up and it's live and it'll pull up all of the dog options for you. And so I really hope that this, it may seem simple here, but this was actually a majority of the work, getting all of my content on here and then making sure it was filterable and easy to use for everyone. And so another big part will go into each of these downloads have their own dedicated page. And on here, when you see the dedicated page for them, the first thing I put on the top were share links. So I get a lot of questions on Tumblr because I'm not the best. I'm not a huge fan of the Tumblr platform, but of course I try to post there as much as I can for you all because I know the Simbler community is huge on Tumblr. So I wanted to make sure I have a way for you all to easily share Tumblr posts. I don't really tag it well, so I know people find it hard to find them looking back through my Tumblr. And also sometimes the links, I think I have like 1,000 posts on Tumblr. So going back and updating all of the links wasn't really realistic. But this way, if you want to share a post on your Tumblr, I know some people use Tumblr to kind of just reblog stuff for their own use in the future to look back at things. So you can just click on these and it'll pull it up and, I'm not signed in, but it'll pull up a link and automatically create a post for you sharing this. So on the page here, you can see I now have multiple photos on here instead of just one. So it kind of gives you all of the info photos I've built for a specific mod or photo. It shows what categories it's filtered in. So this is a mini mod. And then I have the description here, but a lot of times, especially with my mods, I probably give you too much information, but I like giving you all of the information you need so you can use it the best. So later down here, I'll show you, I actually have a lot more details on the page. The Some quick information I have here is when it was released. So I know, especially with my family photo mods, the picture frames, I actually used the same page and just updated the download link, but it wasn't really clear that it was the updated mod. So now you can see when the last update was of the custom content. And you can see if it's an initial release or what version it is, and also what pack requirements are on here. Also, yes, I wanted to point out, feel free to ask any questions in the chat. I love seeing all your chats, so I know I'm not directly responding to a lot of the chats right now, but what I'm going to do is actually finish going through the website, and Kyle is collecting all of your questions for me, so I'll be going through all of the questions at the end, and also opening it up for Q&A. So feel free to ask away, and just because I'm not answering it right now, don't worry, we will get to all of them at the end. So thank you, Kyle, so much for the help. Okay, and so for the download link, this is also something that took a long time, and in the past, I've been using Sims 4 Studio, and I'm sure all of you know Sims 4 Studio had tons of issues just on reliability, really not being able to download right. It wasn't always, the servers were either clogged up, and also another really annoying problem, you can see here on my old page, we'll grab something. The Sims 4 Studio links, let's see, I started using Dropbox back here. So these Sims 4 Studio links, the problem was too, which is annoying, is that whenever you clicked, sorry, this was not an old one. I actually have to find one with an old Sims 4 Studio link because I stopped using them. And also, this is what you can see a problem with my old website. A lot of people would actually see this and never scroll down to see the rest of the website, so which also was a problem. Hello, JC Sims. Thank you for being here. I love you. You are the best. Okay, so the download link. So Sims File Share. The problem with this is, how annoying is this? It's not a one-click download. You have to come to this new page and then go to the download, which it just was not a great interface. I wanted this to be really easy for you guys. So now all of these download links, it temporarily opens up another page, but it actually automatically downloads it for you. So there's no going to another page. It's direct one-click download for you. So that was a lot of work, but I guess the idea is to make it should be almost like nothing's there and it's easy to use. Actually, JC Sims, you are going to be featured on this page here on the bottom, so we'll see you in a second. But so then, yeah, if you scroll down, once you get past like the main content, we have all of the details, which in this case was styles, and the different versions of these had different amounts of uses, and so this explains if how the high, medium, and low uses. So this information here just kind of describes all of the extra details that help you use the items to the best. And so the changelog, this one doesn't have one, so it just says none, but we can see in some of my other pages, there actually are a lot of changes, so I'll detail all of the change logs so you can see what changes were made, and also by checking the version number here at the top, if it has a version number, you can make sure you have the latest. I've also started collecting all of the known issues. Again, this one doesn't have any, so it says none, but I've been documenting all of the known issues you guys let me know of, and I'm also posting them here on the page. So if you're having a similar issue, you can always come here and take a look and see if there's any other issues. And here, JC Sims is on here, and this is one of his wonderful videos. So I've kind of collected, there's been some great videos, especially JC Sims is, I think he always does a wonderful job of going over my custom content, and he really does a good job explaining how everything works together and showing all the different features. So if if a specific part of my custom content has been featured, it'll be shown on the bottom of the page, so you can kind of quickly check out a video to see how it was used in the game and see how different people style them. So yeah, that's the downloads page. I think, let me see. Yeah, so if you notice too, when you click on these, I know a lot of people, you might want to come through and click a bunch of things. So if you notice, I actually have these all opening up in new windows, so that way you can kind of keep this main page open and get a bunch of downloads quickly at once. So that was some feedback I got from other people who I had take a look at this. So, okay, then let's move to the Help Center. So, I kind of had to make this I had a grand idea of all of these different features of the website I wanted to do, but it already was taking me 4 months. So what I figured I would do was kind of simplify it a little bit just so I can get the website out to you. So I've actually have been working on a full wiki page, which not only includes troubleshooting information for actually using my CC, and it's just in general. So I have stuff for like the footprint, routing issue, ways to troubleshoot that. So the wiki will be a place where you can get help not just on my CC, but CC in general. But so for a temporary page until I get the wiki going, this is kind of a placeholder. So, and this, I really liked this background I made with the dreaded footprint routing error on there. So, but again, at the top too, if anyone's not on the Discord server is really the most best place to get help too. Especially again, thank you to all my admins. They're very knowledgeable on issues that people are having with my CC, and also a lot of other users on there are really helpful to. They've run into the problem or they know the issue. And so they'll post it. They'll be able to help you too if I'm not on at the same time. I have some quick checks here for things you can look at to quickly make sure that you haven't already checked these issues. And then this is a really awesome feature I put in here for you. It is just a quick way to submit a ticket. I know not everyone is comfortable with Discord, so I wanted to make sure if you don't have Discord, you have a place to submit a ticket. So here you can just enter the name of the custom content file, your email. I do require an email just because I need a way to get back in contact with you. And this will also provide you when I address the issue. It'll be able to send you an email when the issue has been updated, allowing you to re-download it. And then you can just let me know what's going on with the issue, and then a screenshot of your problem so I can help debug it the best. So this is a quick way now you can easily submit a ticket. And as far as submission goes, this is one way to submit a ticket. I also have, I showed on the page, I'm going to jump over to, let's see, they were on the main page, submit. Okay, so I also have different submissions. And like I said before, I have the requests and recolors. So right now, I have been using Google Forms for all of my other submissions. So these I'm also working on moving these all to my website. So they'll all be in this form built into my website. So everything will be on here. You never have to leave on a different page. And let's see what else we have. Okay, also, recolors were a big thing. I love being able to host recolors because, a lot of people make recolors of my website, and I've always wanted this to be a one-stop shop for downloads. So on my old website, we'll hop on over there real quick. Downloads, recolors. So here I had the Summit recolor, and these are actually just a bunch of recolors people have done. So basically it's just giving you all more options for my recolors, or for my CC files. You can get them in lots of different colors. I love blue and whites and grays, so I tend to show like all of my, I tend to default towards that when making my CCs. So these are just, gives you a lot more color options, help you match more. So you can see there's a ton on here. So right now what I have, I've actually already started building it and I'm almost done, but I didn't want to, like I said, delay this launch any longer. So right now at the moment, if you click any of these, if you go to my recolors tutorials or tools, these will be taking you back to the old site. So hopefully I'll get these integrated in the next week. So, but I will be having an archive of my old site. So until I get these completely removed or moved over to my new site, you'll at least have quick links to get to all my tutorials and like my tools for creators, which I have a bunch of templates and other things. So until these are fully migrated, you will still have access to them on here. And then finally, we have announcements. So like I had said before, really wanted a place where you all can get the latest, most up-to-date information. So right now it's a little bare because I just started this update part, but you know, this, like I say here, this is the one-stop shop for all of my updates and announcements. I have them categorized by bugs, game patch, general, and update. So you can see right now I don't have, you can filter them by type up here. And if I don't have any in that topic, it'll just say it won't be able to link, it won't be able to find any. You can also search here. Again, there's only two, but this works like the downloads where it's a live filtering. And so if you put something where I can't find it, it won't be able to pull it up. And then on each of these, if you read more on them, it'll give you, this was just going over the new patch and kind of showing some highlights of the patch that I found. I like to read through the notes and go through all of the, I like to go through the tuning to kind of find all of the little specific things I found. So this is kind of my place for the patch highlights to kind of showcase everything I found. I started doing this on my last one, so I'll actually migrate this one over, but kind of just showing all the different things I found. So yeah, this will be kind of my format moving forward. And again, here too, I have all of the share links right here. You can email it to someone, or Facebook, Reddit, Twitter, Tumblr, so you can quickly share these with anyone. And yeah, I mean, this is about the full website. The hope was to keep it very simple, with the main feature being the downloads page. So I hope this will really simplify everything and make it easy for you guys, less confusing. All of my TSR stuff is on here. And actually, let me show you this. So how the Sims resource works is I actually don't host the downloads myself for the Sims resource. So when you click on these, one thing you'll notice is on all of the Sims resource ones, I have a note here on the bottom saying that this set was originally posted on the Sims resource. The download link will redirect you there. So when you click download, what it'll actually do, it'll take you directly to the actual page on the Sims resource with where you can actually download it. So it's not a download directly from my site, but at least it's organized and you can find everything in one spot, so you can make sure you have everything. And also, one thing I should point out that you're seeing here, so the Sims resource has ads, and this is one thing I have kept on my website, both on my last website and my new website. You will not find ads on my website. I get so much wonderful support from my patrons, and I there's just so many websites. You guys are cluttered with ads and everything else. So I wanted to make my site, one place where you're not bombarded with ads. So if you noticed here, I actually don't have any pop-up blockers, so that's why this one showed ads, but there are no ads on my website. My website is purely for you guys, a space for you guys, and it's meant to give you guys a good experience. So that was the goal, and I really hope it's worth all of the effort I put in. So yeah, like I said, this I'm gonna wrap this live stream up pretty quick. I will be doing another one. I had a lot of things I wanted to go over, but the new patch kind of broke all of my works in progress, so I'm currently working through trying to fix those. So stay tuned for another live stream. I'm gonna try and do these a little bit more frequently. I find them super fun, but I've been so focused on the website, I haven't had time to do really much of anything else. So now that this is out of the way, I'll be able to put all of my focus back on making CCs. So lots more to come out more quickly. And with that, I am going to go back through and answer some of your questions. So I will be doing a live Q&A now. So if you all want to start popping up some questions, I will be answering them all right now. So the first question was from Piney Lanes. What is your favorite CC to make? That is tough. So I think, I consider mini mods. Mini mods, for me at least, are, it's functional, it's actual CC that is an object. So you have some of the big mods like MCC or, basement mods, things like that are purely, actually basement mods has some objects, but they're mostly focused on modding. And then there's just the basic build by CC, which is like couches, beds, things like that. My favorite is a hybrid of the two. I like creating objects that add functionality. So I think that adds a little bit of realism to the game. So, let's see, like the menu, the ice cream menus that I just made. So it's a little menu you can post on your fridge, and also lets you create ice cream. So it's actually an object you place in the game that's functional, and looks real, and it actually gives you some realism like you were ordering off a menu. Okay, the next question from Opal Bickford. Does the site connect with Patreon, or will Patreon releases still be on Patreon? So the site does connect with Patreon. It's not on here at the moment because I haven't transferred the domain. But there is, like, on my last website, let's see. So on my last website, I had a place where you could access your Patreon perks, and it unlocked. So if you were logged into Patreon, it would automatically unlock. How my new website will work is I'll still have the Patreon only page, which has some special features for them. But also I know one thing is I will have all of my early access content on here. At the moment, right now, it's just the ice cream menu, which I haven't, it's not showing up here, but I have added. And so if it's still in early access, it will show up on my website still. And then instead of having a download link, it'll mention it's in early access. So instead of having the download link here, it'll just say it's early access. And then if you are a Patreon member, it'll automatically unlock the download for you. But that way you can see, how long it is till the release date. So it'll actually have a countdown timer on there. And then, and then you'll be able to download if you're a Patreon member. So the reason I don't use Patreon early access features is the Patreon platform. I love it. I think it's a good way to build a community, but I think similar to Tumblr, the interface isn't that great, and it's hard to go back and search things. There's not a good way to filter it. So I really find a big reason I put so much effort into my website is I want it to be easy one place. Everyone knows there's the one place you have to go for my downloads, and that's my website. You don't need to go anywhere else. You don't need to go to Patreon. Everything will be here. So yes, there will be some gated content for Patreon, but I'll still be doing all of my public releases on my website. Glitzy Ghoul, do you have any specific content ideas regarding the new game pack? I know it isn't even out yet. I'm so excited for all the possibilities. Oh, I can't tell. I have been like dreaming about this game pack. It's when it came out, I was just so excited. It's everything I've always wanted. I think one of the first things I ever made was a sectional couch, and one of the reasons I started making CC actually was when my sister and I started playing way back. It was right around when Get Famous came out, and we had just found out about CC. Even though I played since Sims 1, I didn't know about CC till Sims 4. Actually, you might not believe this, but I didn't even know there were different swatch colors on things. So I was kind of blown away when I found out that there was CC, and one of the first things I looked for downloading was a sectional couch, and I couldn't find it. So since then, I've loved making modular furniture. I've done like the cubbies, and I've tried making more versatile things like the pegboards. So and then like the walk-in closets, I loved doing the walk-in closets, and looking through the video, the preview trailer, it looks like clothes are actually slotted onto the clothing rack parts. So that's kind of why I haven't really gone through it today, because I need to actually look into and see how everything works. But my first thing I will be working on for the new game pack is I will be updating all of my old CC to be compatible. So I think one of the first things I want to do is my sectional couch, especially my very original, very first sectional couch. That actually has an ottoman. It has a lounge chair on it. What are they? A chase. And actually, while we're here, I'll show you. I don't know if many of you know this. I actually have two versions of that original sectional couch. I have the version on the Sims resource, and then I actually did a collab with Summer Plays, who is a builder. And you can see here if you go to my collab, ravasheen.xp, which is Summer Plays living room set, I actually have another version of the couch in a bunch of colors, which also includes a chase and an ottoman. So and it actually, these, again, more modular. These are modular bookshelves that actually have a seamless fireplace with them. So my first step will be going through and making sure all of those are compatible, and then in the new style, like sectional couch style, which was it kind of had if you look, it was kind of like with the counters where you can select the different pieces. So I'll be upgrading all of those. And then same with the built-in walk-in closet. I'll make sure that all of my clothing pieces and all of my clothing hangers work with the new walk-in closet features. So I just kind of need to see. I know we're only 2 days away from the launch of that, so I will be upgrading everything, and then once I take a look at how all of the coding and everything's set up, I'm going to go absolutely crazy with modular furniture. I'm curious about how like the colors work and that aspect of it, so I need to dig into it a little bit more, but I'll keep you updated. And hey, I'll even post an update on my new website on an announcement with all of my ideas. So keep an eye out there. I'll be putting more information there on that. Pizza 365, that's a great name. If Pizza 365 asks, if we don't download on the Sims resource, does it benefit you from the ads? So I actually don't get ad revenue from the Sims resource, but the Sims resource, one, I really have a big place in my heart for the Sims resource. The Sims resource was they really helped me grow as an artist. There's a really wonderful, wonderful community. The woman who runs it, she is so dedicated to the site. You know, they don't really have full control over, you know, everything. The Sims Resource is owned by a bigger company, but the new, the people that run the Sims Resource actually very much care. And actually, the reason I think the Sims Resource is so great, and I don't know if any of you know this, but all of the uploads are checked to make sure that they're safe for you. Each single upload is hand checked for you to make sure that the file sizes aren't too large, to make sure that the polygon count, which affects computer performance, is not going to break your computer. And so they really helped me grow as an artist. And they actually don't give us ad revenue resource, but they do compensate their featured and select artists. So I'm not directly given a benefit from the ad revenue, but the Sims Resource does compensate their artists. And I know the ads can be painful, but really the Sims Resource is one place where you're guaranteed safe downloads. So I still have a soft spot in my heart for them. And also too, one of the things that about the Sims Resource is I actually uploaded a bunch of things that were rejected when I first started. I've actually kept my rejects in a folder. I actually should show you guys. Let me pull this up. The sectional couch, you all know, is not my first sectional couch. I'm pulling it up for you right now. My first sectional couch I made is rejected and did not make it in. So let's see right here. So this is my very first sectional couch. And it never made it to the game. So you can see here, this is my couldn't cheer less. It actually came with pillows on it. And you can see here, The Sims 4 objects polygon counts too excessive. They are super, super strict. This is all for your detail in mind. So these would have not been great for your game. The maximum requirement is 2,000 polygons for each in-game tile. And if you have anything more than that, it's actually really bad for your game. It can affect your computer performance. So this is exactly why the Sims Resource is a great place for finding quality content. So these are some of my early rejections that never made it for download because they were not the quality that they should have been. So it was a great learn. The reason I know so much as I do now is from learning from the Sims Resource. So let me see. Pizza 365. Do you know we give you support if we don't have Patreon? I'm not sure what you mean by that question. Maybe if you could clarify. And then let's see. Glitzy Ghoul. It would be cool to be able to snap walk-in closets together to make larger closets. Yes, it would be so awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna see like I said, I'm gonna go through everything and make sure understand how everything works. But yes, modular closets. I was kind of almost thinking how kind of the cabinets work for counters. If we had something like that for walk-in closets, I thought that would be really cool. So we'll see if that is possible. All right. So unless there are any questions, okay, I see. Pizza 365. How do we support you if we can't afford Patreon? The thing is, you all support me through just one real good way to support me actually is to subscribe to my YouTube channel and like this video. That helps me a lot. So if you can't afford Patreon, subscribing to me on here is one really awesome way to subscribe or to support me. But also, if you financially can't support Patreon, that's why I always do my releases free after 3 weeks. I would never want to put anyone out. So if always feel free to just not support, and just having you here and joining my Discord, those are all great ways to support me. I just love hearing from you, and it makes me really happy just to know when I get to see you all posting how you use my items. I think that really makes me happy. Let's see. Katie Valent, will you update the items through TSR so VIPs can update via the manager? So Katie, what I will probably do, if for the items that were originally on TSR, like my original sectional couch, I probably won't update the old ones, because the old ones will be made up of like 7 different objects instead of the new format will be one single object. So what I will do though is I'll create a new TSR set, and I'll probably maybe just include all of the updated furniture in one. So I might not be able to replace the old ones, but I will post on the Sims resource the new updated sets on there, so you can update via the manager. I actually don't know how updating via the manager works, so I'll have to look into this. It's just the main problem would be the number of objects, because we'd be going from 6 objects to 1 object, and they'd be different. And basically, there's like, if you think of your driver's license ID or like your social security number, that number is attached to you. It's the same with custom content. They have a specific ID matched to each object. So I wouldn't be able to directly replace it, which wouldn't let you update it. So I'll look into that more though, and see what I can do about that. Sierra Amazing. Sierra Amazing? So hopefully I said that right. If we submitted a request through Patreon, how can we check your response to it? So I typically, I normally go back through, and I try to at least once every few weeks go back and respond individually to each request. If I may have not been able to do that in like the past month, so if you've submitted it recently, if I haven't gotten back to you, it's probably just because I've been working on my website. And I also made a post, I think a few months ago for Patreons, where I had my response to each one of the submissions. So I will actually go through that tonight and make sure I go through and update all of my responses. So I don't really have the responses posted publicly, just because there is personal information that is included in those requests. So I'll go through and respond to you individually. And if you have any ideas or have any suggestions, if you all want to see submitted requests, that actually might be a good idea, is to show other submitted requests, and maybe you all can vote for something if you also want that request. So I'll look into options for that. That's a good idea. I like that. All right. I think I am going to wrap this up, because I'm going to get off this stream and work on actually making this live. I saw someone mention, they said I need to bookmark this website. So the URL you're seeing at the top is a randomly generated URL. It's just a temporary website. So the website you will want to be going to is just ravasheen.com. So the website, I'll be transferring this over. So this should be live tonight on ravasheen.com. So you don't need to bookmark this weird URL. And again, I'll post on all my social media when it's totally live. So keep an eye out for that. And yeah, I really hope you guys enjoy. And thank you so much for being with me here today. I'm sorry I didn't get to cover everything I had hoped to. So the patch kind of threw a wrench in that. But stay tuned. I will be back soon in hopefully like a week and a half, with some exciting new things to go over with you guys from the new pack. Again, thank you all for being here. And if you're here, if you want to just give me a quick subscribe and like this video, that, like I said, that's one really great way to help me outside of Patreon, and I would really appreciate it. And I hope everyone has a great end of their weekend. I know it's Sunday here in the U.S. We have Memorial Day to honor all of our veterans and everything. So thank you for anyone who's served, and I hope if anyone has the day off tomorrow, you can enjoy it and maybe go through and do a downloading spree from Ravasheen.com. So I love you guys. Have a great rest of your day, and